evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So I just want to take a moment to introduce you to a lot of the variety of services that the library provides, from books and text to high-tech information. So everyone knows that the library has books and audiobooks, music CDs, DVDs, magazines, reference materials, but there's some other services that maybe you are not aware of. We have a lot of digital services, one of which is Freegal Music, where you can download 5 free songs a week. And they're popular. Like I use this a lot now, and they're popular artists. So we have that. We have Hoopla, where you can either stream, or if you use the app, you can download the free movies and TV shows. And there's no holds and no waiting, and of course then no late fees because they automatically return themselves. You get to borrow them for 3 days, so you have to be ready to watch.
That's one service that I haven't taken advantage of yet,
I
and
have
I should.
not either. I know that there's not a whole lot of content. You're not going to find everything that you want on it, but you know, if you're getting on the plane or you're sitting in the doctor's office, it's a good thing to have access to.
Definitely.
We also have Zinio, which is a downloadable magazine service. There's 300 plus magazine titles. These are cover to cover, so you'll see the ads and everything. We have Overdrive, which I know I've talked about a million times, which is downloadable audio books for your tablet, your phone, both iPhone and the Android. Also for like Sony e-reader and the Kindle. So there are, I don't even know how, 84 to 100,000. I can't remember the exact number. There are a lot that you can download, and it's like borrowing a book. So you have them for 3 weeks, and then when you have your device back on Wi-Fi, they disappear whenever your loan is up. Chilton Library Auto Repair Database. So you have access to full text auto repair manuals like the Chilton Print, with diagrams and step-by-step repair instructions, and also Mango Language Learning. So you can learn language at your own pace, so anything from French to Russian to Chinese.
And I was just telling a patron today about Little Pim.
Aww.
And she took some of our Little Pim Playway views out.
Right.
So that's another, it's
foreign
through
language.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
foreign
through
language for children.
Database. I don't know if it's through Mango Language. It's its own separate, but you can access it through the library's website in the database search. And it's called Little Pim. Specifically good, I think, for younger children who are learning a second language.
Yes. It's much easier to learn it when you're younger.
That's true.
We also have access to novelists. So if you have a particular author that you like and you're like, gee, who else could I read now that I've read all of their titles? It will help you find read-alikes. There's book reviews on there, different lists like award winners and some such. And for children too, it also gives you like the reading level. So that's very helpful.
Yep.
Testing and Education Reference Center. So through this database, you can take practice tests for SAT, GRE, the GED, LSAT, MCAT, civil service exams, the ASVAB, also test of English language proficiency and U.S. citizenship test, practice tests. There's also resources through this database to help you build a resume or to learn some of the most common computer software like Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint. We also have ArtistWorks, which is online music and art instruction taught through self-paced video lessons by well-known people in the fine arts field. And Universal Class, which I still have fun with this. There's 500 plus online non-credit continuing education classes available. Anything from like gardening and organizing your home to microbiology or calculus.
So, and I just took a phone call on this recently as well. Now, this is the one you have to come into the library to sign up.
You have to come into the library to create your account.
But then you can learn from home.
You can access it anywhere.
Okay.
So you can sign up for 5 classes at a time, and you have 6 months to complete each course. And when you're finished, you can print a downloadable continuing education certificate. So it's really cool. We also have a 3D printer. available for people at the library. If you want to come in, we ask that you take the class first with Rob, but then we don't provide design assistance, but if you come in with a design in a particular format, and I cannot remember what the file type is, but we can print your job
SD file,
for you.
I believe.
What's
right?
it called?
Is it an SD? Oh no,
It's
I'm guessing
S.
myself. Never
It's
mind.
something with S.
An STL file.
STL, I think that's right. And we also have a GoPro Hero camera with accessories that you could borrow, and a Roku streaming stick. So we have all kinds of cool stuff.
A lot available, and all you need is that handy dandy library card.
Handy library card, and it's all free for you. So, and some programs and classes that we have, particularly for the month of September, just to give you a little sampling of what else the library provides for you. Thursday evenings beginning September 1st, we have American Sign Language classes. They are kind of on the level of a college course. So there's two levels. Beginners, that class will be at 5:45 on Thursday evenings, and advanced will be at 7:20. You do have to register, and I'm pretty sure the beginning class is almost full.
Wow.
It's very popular. So if you want information, you can give the library a call or look at the website. Wise Walk for adults that are 50 and older. The kickoff meeting will be at the library on Thursday, September 8th at 10 a.m. And then there's 10 weeks of walking thereafter. The group meets at the Children's Playground parking lot in South Park. On Saturday, September 10th at 11 o'clock, why students should be learning to code. So coding skills are obviously an asset in 21st century learning environments, but also in the 21st century economy. And through coding, students learn to improve their problem-solving skills and build self-confidence. And I wish it was something that I knew.
For sure, it's being used more and more.
Yes.
And I'll talk a little bit about the coding class that we're going to offer in the children's department this fall.
Awesome.
In just a little bit. But yeah, pretty cool stuff.
On Saturday, September 17th, which is Community Day, the library will open at 10 o'clock. And
12 o'clock.
No, we're opening at 10.
Oh, sorry. I was told 12 o'clock this
I
morning.
know,
I'm glad you said that.
We talked about 12 o'clock, and then when I talked
I just need to tell my staff upstairs.
I'm going to send an email. But,
okay.
Because the parade forms outside of the municipal building, it's very difficult for the staff to get here and park. So the parade starts at 9, so by 9:30 everything's cleared out, we can get in.
Gotcha.
But on that day, the Center for Women will be spending the day at the library to showcase their programs and services. So you can learn more about what they do in an information session. You can take a workshop on financial fitness, join in a seminar about dealing with negative people, or you can stay the whole day and do all three. So they'll be here from 10 a.m. until 3 on Saturday, September 17th. On Wednesday, the 21st at 7 p.m., a new approach to weight loss, a very novel look at a very old diet presented by Dr. Timothy Michael Campbell. He was here in the spring. It was a standing room only program, and it's based on the paleo diet. So,
okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but I've
proteins, vegetables, very few, if any, refined carbohydrates. So bread, flour, white sugar, all the stuff that
my mom's been telling me for years to give up, but I just can't do it.
I understand. So no supplements, no prepackaged food, no classes, no gym membership. He'll talk about this simple and ancient eating program. On Monday, I was going to say April, my goodness. September 26th, all day, is Memory Lab Day at the library. So you can come in if you are in charge of your family's history and recording memories. The staff and equipment that we have available is here for you to use to help preserve those memories, whether it be through oral history, scanning documents or photos, and we also can give you help on storing it, because we have the ability through the state to be able to store people's family histories, so that if you have family that do not live in Pittsburgh, they can access it from anywhere in the world. And a new program that Carla is hosting is Memory Cafe. This program will be hosted on the fourth Wednesday of the month and the first cafe will be on September 28th at 10 o'clock. So this idea was originally started in England. It's an informal setting that provides a caregiver a forum for discussion, and also it's for people with dementia and Alzheimer's. So it reduces the isolation often felt by people with dementia. So the caregiver and the person with the dementia or Alzheimer's are encouraged to come. There will be 2 resource people available. One will work with caregivers for discussion, just kind of a support system, and also to offer them some resources of which they may not be aware. And then there'll be another resource person to work with those with dementia or Alzheimer's on just activities like adult coloring and things like that. So it'll be coffee and conversation. Again, that will be the 4th Wednesday of the month at 10 a.m. So those are some of the things that the library offers and what benefit it is to have a library card. And we ask that you do get one, as September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. But also September is Love Your Library Month. It's a campaign, it's a county-wide campaign all libraries are participating in. And thanks to the generous support of the Jack Buncher Foundation, donations made at Bethel Park Public Library throughout the month of December. I cannot
April,
get my
December,
month.
come on.
I'm all over the place. Donations made at the library during the month of September will be matched through the Jack Buncher Foundation. So
awesome.
Any single donor can donate up to $500 that will be matched. So if you want to give $500, Jack Buncher Foundation will match that $500. If you want to give $2, Jack Buncher Foundation will match that $2.
Fantastic.
So this is a county-wide program, so every library in Allegheny County is participating, and there is a finite pot of money. There's $125,000 for libraries to share, and it will be distributed on a prorated basis based on the total funds that we take in during the month of September. So please, if you usually give us like a year-end donation, if you would consider doing that during the month of September, it will be matched, and it will really help us with, we get to use it, it's not specified, general operating, so wherever we see fit. Usually it goes to programs, either children or adult, or some equipment, our 3D printer we had through some grant money and donations. So we encourage you to show your library some love by investing some dollars into the library during the month of September. Your donations can be made in person. You can mail them in. We do have an online donation form that you can use. So that is what's going on in the Adult Services Department.
Okay, so over to Children's. First, I just want to say thank you to everybody who participated in summer reading this year. We had a fantastic time. This is one of my favorites, I think, in recent years. We just had a blast. So thank you all for participating. And if you didn't, we certainly hope you'll get on board next year. A lot of winners, and I didn't bring paper down, so I don't know if I can name everybody off the top of my head, but our book report contest, Tatum Brown was a winner, Ethan Elbiter, as well as Liliana Alston, all won a bowling pin with a free game of bowling because they submitted a book report that was very well done. So congratulations to them. Cassidy Schwartz won our $25 Amazon gift card for completing her entire bingo card, and only 19 children did that, so kudos to you. Lots of other winners too. We drew the eye bombing, which was a hard decision because there's so many good ones from our teens.
Creative submissions, teens out there. They were great.
Yeah, so thank you to anybody who submitted to that. And thanks again to AMF Bowling for sponsoring our end of the year party. We had a blast bowling last Friday. So good time. And it's hard to say goodbye to summer, but here we are rolling into fall, and there's a lot to look forward to in this season as well. So to highlight just a couple of the things, our story times will be starting up the week of September 13th. And just a quick review on what our story times are. We offered toddler story times on Tuesday, Mother Goose on the Loose on Wednesdays, Baby Jam on Thursdays, and preschool story time on Fridays. I'm very excited to announce that we'll be taking Baby Jam on the road one Tuesday a month this fall. At least it'll be Tuesdays for the fall, and it may change from there. But any interested Baby Jam families and anybody new out there who has a young baby at home are welcome to come to Overlook Green Retirement Home, which sits right behind Cassidy Village.
Yes. This is a
I
great
think it's on
program.
Overlook. I'm trying to think of the street name, but it's right behind Casti Village. And if you're interested, I'll certainly give you directions. But we're going to go and we're going to do Baby Jam. We're going to have class with the residents, and they just love that. I think it's a lot of, I played a trivia game with them last time I worked, because I work part-time there, where they had to complete the nursery rhyme. So I started a nursery rhyme or a familiar children's song, and they had to finish it. And they had a lot of fun with it, and they were good. So it's great for that memory. Talking about dementia and Alzheimer's patients, it's just another great exercise for them. Plus, they just love babies.
I read an article in Library Journal recently that they, I can't remember exactly where, but preschools are popping up in
you told me this
senior care facilities.
Yes.
And I think that's a great idea. It helps the seniors.
For both of them.
Yes, it helps the
both
seniors be engaged and feel young, and it helps the kids learning how to help others.
Sure.
Too. So
yeah, I love that idea.
We're right on top of things.
Yes,
good job.
We are. So if you're interested in that, certainly, the week that Storytime start, again, that's September 13th, you can come see me in person, and I'll have a sign-up sheet in the library. If you can't make it that week and you're still interested, please call in or shoot me an email, and I will get you all the necessary information, because I'm really hoping we can get a good group of us started going there monthly. So yeah, excited about that. And then we're also offering a sensory story time just in the month of September. And a sensory story time is very much like your traditional story time. We're going to read stories and we're going to sing songs. But we're also going to have a lot of sensory things there, so that if your child has trouble sitting, and that's never really the expectation in any of our story times. We understand children will get up and toddle around. But for specifically kids who have more difficult time doing that, or more sensory issues, in the sensory story time, we're going to have sensory things available, right? So something as easy as, like, we're making our own stress balls by just filling up a balloon with sand. Those items will be available for your child to play with, so that they're not as easily distracted, and they will sit through the story. So it's just a regular story time with a lot of hands-on sensory items available, and then there's always a very tactile craft at the end of the story time. Okay, so this is open to anybody, but specifically those kids with some sensory needs. So again, that's Mondays. It starts September 12th. It'll also go the 19th and the 26th, and then it's at 10 a.m. And this is the only story time that we are going to take registration for. So we ask that you call to sign up starting September 1st, and we're probably only going to take about 15 to 20. So if you're interested, make sure you, call in quickly. We're also offering yoga in October. That's a little ways away, so we can talk about that more on the next show, but we're offering yoga to preschoolers, so we're excited about that.
I attended a preschool yoga class at South Fayette, I believe. I was taking pictures for the Allegheny County Library Association. It was so cool.
Yeah.
And the parents were doing it with their child. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
So we're offering that in October. And then for the elementary kids, we have some stuff coming up for you guys as well. You had mentioned the coding, and our coding, again, doesn't start till October, so I'll talk more about it and remind our audience on next month's show. But basically, Miss Beth is going to show kids how to code. So a lot of them are familiar because they've done it in schools, and some it may be totally new to you, and that's fine. We're going to start from the beginning. PBS Kids, through our partnership with them, they actually gave us a whole PBS Scratch Junior coding kit, so we'll be using that. Along with some other stuff to offer a program, a coding club, starting in October. We have something that's open to the entire family, though, and it's our last blast. So like I said earlier, we're kind of sad that summer's coming to an end, so this is like our last blast, our last summertime fun. So we're saying goodbye to summer, but we're also welcoming in the fall. So we're going to be chalking outside. I didn't talk to you about this yet. I'm hoping we get clearance because we have a lot of leftover chalk.
It washes off with rain. It
does.
Okay.
So we're going to chalk the courtyard and maybe up the ramp, and we'll kind of just have fun outside doing that. We're going to be selling some Rita's Italian Ice as well, and proceeds 20% will come back to the library. And then we just have some carnival games that we're going to have set up because we have a lot of leftover prizes. We still have these bouncy balls that Christine's dog just happens to adore.
Love.
We still have a lot of jump ropes left. We have some groovy sunglasses. I bought you down a pair if you want to try those on. I figured you can actually keep those. I know you love them. We have a lot of these cool USA sunglasses to give away. So we're going to have some games set up so you can earn these prizes. And then to welcome in fall, we're also making windsocks for our craft. Somebody asked me what a windsock was. I don't know. Is there another name for these? I've always called them a windsock.
It's a windsock.
so I had to explain it. But it's very simple. We're just going to glue some leaves and some other fall decorations on a piece of construction paper. You wrap that around to make a circle shape, and you hang some streamers so that it blows in the wind on your porch, and you have a nice fall decoration. So Last Blast is the day before fall officially starts. So we're looking at Wednesday, September 21st, and it's just going to be from 6 to 8 here at the library. Again, some things outside, some things inside the children's department, but we hope you'll bring the whole family out to that. And then for our tweens and our teens, we know how busy you are, more so than anybody, I think, at the start of the school year. So we don't really have any programs or clubs to offer you in September, but a lot of fun stuff later in the fall, and we hope you'll consider our writing club coming up in October. Miss Jess is going to lead this class, and she's going to do a fantastic job. You will actually be writing an original script, like a whodunit murder mystery script, and then we will use that for our murder mystery this year. Right?
The one that
so
the
you
staff,
guys will,
the staff gets to participate in
yes,
it?
it's like one of your favorite things. I know, mine too. So you guys will get to write the script, and then we will perform it and invite more teens to come and be a part to solve the mystery in November. It'll be a murder mystery dinner again, so you'll get to eat too. It'll be a fun time.
Always good eating.
Always.
Always good eating. Yes.
So yeah, a lot of great stuff coming up, and we look forward to seeing you this fall. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff coming up. Please stay tuned for this clip of a past program highlight. What you're about to watch is our celebration of the CCAs, the Children's Choice Awards. We decided to go with a luau theme this year, and we had a lot of fun with it. So enjoy this clip.
So like I said, welcome. We're so glad that you are here. This is a very exclusive event because if you look around, you'll notice that there aren't too many of you here. And that's because you are all a part of a very elite group of readers in Bethel Park. Okay, not everybody was able to read the 8 books, but you did. And not only did you read them, but you thought about them. You contemplated them. You critiqued them. You wrote about them. And then you voted for them. So congratulations on behalf of the entire staff. We want to congratulate you and thank you for participating. You can go ahead now. Just give yourselves a big round of applause. Well done. All right. So who wants to know who won the CCA, the Children's Choice Awards 2016? Are you just dying to know? Okay. So we're going to dim the lights, Lynn, if you wouldn't mind. And we will actually play a little video for you that will announce the winner at the end. Now remember, if you voted by April 15th, which I think a couple of you did, your vote went into the county-wide poll, okay? So that was people in grades 3 through 6 all over the county who voted. We'll show their choice first, but then I was curious to see just what our favorite in Bethel Park would be, and we'll announce that winner right after. Hula Mula.
One step, two step, three step shake. 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 Put your hands in the air. Put your hands down low. Put your hands in the air. And there we go.
Hula Mula.
One step, two step, three step shake. 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 Put your hands in the air. Put your hands down low. Put your hands in the air, and there we go.
Hula Mula. Tree style.
Put your hands in the air. Put your hands down low. Put your hands in the air, and there we go.
Hula Mula.
Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. As always, if you want any more information on the things we talked about on today's show, please give us a call,
Or visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person. We're going to leave you tonight with a couple book trailers, a couple recommended reads for this upcoming fall. So enjoy, and if you are interested, stop on in to check them out.